Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the International Assembly Gala Show. And here's your host, Anthony Darkstone.
Greetings and welcome. Buonasera a tutti. Bonsoir. Buenas noches. Buon noite. Guten Abend. Why am I using all these languages? Because it's evening time in a lot of these places, as it is in the UK. Very great welcome to all our friends from the SAM, the Magic Circle, and the IBM, and any other magic clubs that have joined us. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is the 5th Gala show that the International Assembly has put on. If you want to know more about the Society of American Magicians International Assembly, please ask us in the chat and we will be giving you a link. And by the way, anybody can join. You don't have to be an American to join. For all our friends from the Magic Circle, you'll be delighted to know that we have no less than 5 members of the Magic Circle in the cast, myself included. Before we go any further, I'd just like to introduce you a little bit to some little things that are happening. By and large, you can use the hand clap button, or traditionally what we do in the States for all the Zoom shows is to do that. That's what we do to denote applause. And I'm sure every cast member who incidentally is also a member of the SAM International Assembly. I only choose people for the cast from our International Assembly. Biased? Yes, it's a short answer. Now, we've got a great show lined up for you, of course. I'm now going to take you to a gentleman that is here, and that is a good friend of mine, a member of the International Assembly, and also the president-elect of the Society of American Magicians, all the way from Canada, Mr. Rod Chow.
Well, it is indeed a pleasure to be here at the 5th International Assembly Gala. And certainly Anthony has put together an incredible cast for this super show. And I know y'all are going to enjoy it because it's going to be action-packed and it's going to be marvelous.
In a moment, you're going to actually find out why we called it the Marvels of Gotham City. Before we actually start the show, I have to perform a sad duty. I truly am saddened to do it, but I have to. As some of you may know, a wonderful gentleman called Tony Jr. was a very valued member of our assembly, the International Assembly, left us about a week or so ago. He was a great guy, as those of you who knew him. I happen to know we have one of his best, if not his best friend here, Martin Duffy. And I could talk a lot about this wonderful man and his great heart. Tony and I got along really, really good. I even got him to be the first newscaster on Ever News TV, which everybody loved, with this wonderful kind of Northern English or Sunderland accent, or wherever it came from. He and I would chat, strangely enough, not about magic. We would talk about the shadows, which for some of you older people like me will know who that is. It was a group in England, well, internationally as well, of musicians. And we will also talk, because he and I shared a great passion and love for dogs. And we would often talk about Harry and all the antics of Harry. So what I would like to do at this moment in time is to say a few words. But before that, I would please ask my wonderful tech crew to please run a short, brief homage to dear Tony Jr. Pardon me, very unprofessional, but yes, I have joked up a little bit. Yes, fine. I'll get my composure in 30 seconds. Very unprofessional, and I apologize. Some of you who knew him would probably understand. I would like to conduct a very brief ceremony paying tribute to dear Tony. So I would ask you please to remain silent and listen to the words that I will do my best to enunciate. It is with deep humility that I assume this role. I am here as the president of the Society of American Magicians International Assembly, and I humbly represent the entire society. The one we laughed and talked and joked with has passed on. He is silent today. We shall miss him. We shall remember him. As long as his name is spoken, we shall remember him. He shall live on in the hearts of all of us who knew him. Tony Jr., when I welcomed you into the Society of American Magicians, you were symbolically given a wand, an ancient emblem of mystery. It symbolized the magic power that was yours. And as you used your magic secrets and your skill in their exemplification, now sadly the wand has lost its power. It is a mere stick. It is devoid of all meaning and useless without your hand to wield it. Friends, family of Tony, fellow compeers of the Society of American Magicians and those from other magic organizations, I ask that you observe our symbol, the wand. May the breaking of this wand symbolize our submission to the mandate of the supreme magician, to whom all secrets are known, even life and death. Thank you. Now, I think what we need to do is, having paid homage to Tony, and I'm sure knowing his wonderful sense of humor, and he's still romping with dear Harry somewhere, he's probably looking down on all of us and clapping, and probably got a guitar and playing the shadows, as you saw in the clip. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's now get to the show. The show, where is it coming from? It's coming from, as it's entitled, The Marvels of Gotham City. And all apologies to DC. Some of you will get it. We've managed to get a mansion in Gotham for the show. The butler has got the day off. I'm sitting next to the bar, and we've got people in different rooms in the mansion doing... Well, you'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, without much further ado of any kind, well, who else in this mansion called Lagrange Mansion in Gotham should we have but the Caped Crusader himself?
Thank you, Anthony. I want to welcome everyone on behalf of Batwoman and myself to the Batcave. Thank you all for being here. And we also have a fine citizen from Gotham, Rod Chow, President-elect, who is going to be assisting us. Rod, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Thank you, Rod. So I'm going to be giving Batwoman a prediction, Rod. Now, just so everybody knows, we didn't set anything up before the show, correct?
That is correct, Batman.
Thank you. But there is a prediction. I have 5 cards in 5 different positions. Rod, I want free choice. I'd like you to pick a number from 1 to 5. Your choice.
I will pick number 4, Batman.
Number 4. You could have picked, Rod, any of these cards right here, but you picked number 4. Batwoman has been holding this prediction the entire time. I'm going to open it up. Thank you, Batwoman. And Rod, you will pick the 4 of clubs.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 4 of clubs. Success!
That's amazing, Batman. Wow.
Thank you. And now we'd like to go to the other end of the Batcave, and I'd like to introduce a good friend of mine, the Dean of the International Assembly, Dr. Joel Zaritsky. Dr. Zaritsky, take it away.
Thank you, Batman and Batwoman. A poem by J. Scott Berry. I can impress you in the wink of an eye with moves that will surely astound. I can amaze, amuse, inspire delight, and lead you to the profound. You may simply think to brush it off as prestidigitation. Or perhaps you may wish to look a bit deeper into the pool of inspiration. For the magic runs wild in the sea of your mind, and to find it is always the goal. It whispers and sings in the depths of your heart, all the way down to your soul. It beckons the dreamer ever to fly, the dancer ever to dance. And I, the magician, the worker of wonders, can merely offer the chance. Thank you. Back to you, Anthony.
Why, thank you, I was going to say most illustrious. I've got so used to calling him that, but in July of this year, he took the presidency and passed it over to Mr. Tom Gentile, who's now our president of the SAM. Now, I did say to you, we're in the Lagrange. And there's different kinds of people wandering everywhere. The Joker, the Riddler, the Penguin. No. There's some strange new supervillain. The Wiz. just never know. You just never know who's going to be at the bottom of the stairs of the mansion. I'll take you now to a section in the library of the mansion and introduce you to a wonderful sartorial Irishman who lives in England now, and a wonderful member, indeed all the cast are members of our SAM International Assembly. I could probably talk for the next 20 minutes about him, but I won't. I will just simply say, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John O'Riordan.
Good evening and welcome everyone. And it's such a pleasure for me to be with the Assembly tonight. I've recently joined it and it's an honor for me to perform. And I hope you enjoy what I do. Thank you. Now, people often ask you how you got into magic. Well, I got into magic at a very early stage. It was at school. It was my school teacher. And I stayed after school one time and he had a handkerchief and he held a handkerchief like this and he spun it around like this. Now, I was 12 years of age and I was looking at this handkerchief and then he stopped and held it up just like this. And then he got a hair from his head. He had longer hair those days and he put it onto the handkerchief just like this, and then he pulled, and he let go, and I was really mesmerized. I said, can you do it again? He said, yes, look, all you do is this. He pulled down, and then he bit the hair. And then I said, is there anything else we can do in this magic? And he said, well, look, if you click your fingers, you get what is a silver coin. Now that really amazed me. And then he clicked his fingers again, and there was another coin. I said, what will I do if I click my fingers twice? He said, well, you get 2 coins. Now, not being greedy, I thought I'd click once again and again. And there was another 2 coins. So 6 coins to play with, 6 coins to have fun with. What we'll do is, you'll notice I have a solid perspex table here. The idea is my hand would come under the table and I would root round like this, and then some coins would go through the table. Now, everyone says to a magician, can you do that once more, but more slowly? So tonight, we'll try this. Look, 3 coins in each hand. These coins here go under the table. These coins keep on top. But people say, can you prove you still got only 6 coins? I said, look, I wouldn't cheat you. Look. 6 coins in total. This hand goes under the table. And there you are. And 6 coins. Now, to make it less confusing, we'll take 2 away. So we end up with 4 coins. 4 coins a table, 1 at a time. Here we go. There's 3 coins here and 1 coin here. Slowing it down a little bit more. We have 1 here, 3 here. We go under the table. So we have 2 there, we have 2 there. We've obviously got to have 2 here. Now, even more slowly. 2 under the table, 2 on top. Watch. Leaving 1. 1 here and 3 here. Even more slowly. 3 under the table, And there we have 4 coins. Again, we take 2 away, leaving 2. We find the right spot. That one comes through. Now the hard one is this one here. But we'll try it. That's the last coin that goes through the table. Now this trick is known as the Chinese classic, and they say why? It's because of this. And that's my rendition of a classic piece of magic. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, John O'Riordan. I mispronounced your name before. Now I'd like to take you, in fact, over to Canada. A quick flight from London, Regina's, over to Canada, to a gentleman who is a talk show host, a magician, had his own TV series, and is also our assembly envoy for Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michael Likey.
Thank you, Mr. President. Welcome to my castle.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Michael. Wow. Before I introduce the next act to you, I have to tell you, which I think I forgot because I'm so focused on the thing for Tony Jr. At the end of the show, we have what we call, or usually referred to in Las Vegas as meet and greet, where people come up and meet people in the show and, chat and take pictures, etc. We will also be taking pictures at the meet and greet, or as people in Gotham say, schmooze and mingle. Now, pictures. I'm very fortunate to have in the assembly a wonderful gentleman called Mark Heskett Jennings, who some of you here will know is the official photographer of the Magic Circle. He's very kindly taken pictures in the past of Gala shows, and he kindly offered to do so again. Mr. Rod Chow, who you met, will be writing the review in MUM, which is the Society's monthly publication. And of course, we'll be using Mark's pictures. So throughout the show, look your best, smile, because you never know when Mark is clicking, okay? Well, speaking of Las Vegas, this next act is a really, really good buddy of mine. We've hung out in Vegas and elsewhere, and well, some of you magicians will get this. If you're not a magician, it really doesn't matter. It's really kind of interesting to watch anyway. So, all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada, ladies and gentlemen, Mind Week.
Yo, thanks, Antonio. I am the Mind Week, and although I am weak of mind, I am strong of stature. Yeah, maybe not. At any rate, I, the Mind Week, don't like magic tricks. That's why I do demonstrations. Demonstrations should not be attempted by anyone, at any time, anywhere. They're just too dangerous. That's right. That's why tonight, I am going to try a feat of mental magic. Now, you've seen those mentalists bend those spoons with the mind. I can do the same thing, but not with any ordinary spoon. I can do it with this spoon. That's right, right here. My name is written all over it, and I will attempt to bend it with my feeble mind for you tonight. Check it out. Here we go. Oh, well, it needs a little bit of pressure as well as the mind magic. There it is. I've bent the spoon for your entertainment pleasure tonight. That's because I am the Mind Week, and you're not. Forget about it.
I love this guy. I really do. You'll meet him in the meet and greet. Seriously, you will. You have no idea all the wonderful things he has done for the International Assembly and the SAM. You really don't. Some of you will. Well, without much further ado, let's move on to our next performer. This gentleman is from France, and he is a member of our assembly, obviously, but he also happens to be a professor at two magic schools. One of them is the Academy of Illusion, which has wonderful people in it, like Wimini, myself, and dear Bob Fitch, who I know is here. He also has another one in France. So, ladies and gentlemen, he also happens to be our envoy for the International Assembly in France. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to your screens, Monsieur Arthur Tivoli.
Thank you, Anthony. Well, sorry, but before beginning my act, I need to be under the curtain, as we say. Hello, people. I'm so happy to be here with you. I would like to do a tribute to this absolutely amazing magician, René Lavant. I will do two of his amazing routines, and I will do it only with one hand, of course, but because he was only one-handed. And I begin with this. 3 cards, 3 blacks, and 3 reds. No se puede hacer lento, como se dice en español. I can't do it any slower. So I will try to do my best. with only one hand. We have a black card here. We have another black card here. We should have another black card here, as you can see. Lucky we are. We have red here, red and red. We begin. Red, black, red, black, red, and black. I can't do it any slower. We have all the blacks here and all the reds here. I will do it again. By changing the technique, of course. For example, doing that, we have here a red one. Boom. We have here another red one. Boom. And we have here, oops, if I can show it, yes, another red one. Boom. Black, black, and black. Black, red, black, red, black, and red. I'm sorry to tell you, but I can't do it any slower. We still have here all the reds and still have here all the blacks. Thank you, people. Thank you, people. We move on to the last one here. And you're going to see absolutely everything, I promise you. We have here a red, red, black, black, and black. We begin. A black, a red, a black, a red, a black, and a red. I'm sorry, I can't do it any slower. I still have here the reds and I still have here the blacks. And this is from René Lavant. And this is the first routine that I wanted to show you. And now the last one. And I'm going to use a cup of coffee, of course, and little, how do you say that? Black peas or seeds, whatever you call that. We have one, we have two, and lucky we are, we have 3 little peas. We don't need that anymore. So we have a cup, an empty one, and 3 little peas. So we go. The first one, the second one, and the third one goes directly into my pocket. And lucky we are, because here we have 3 little peas. Again, yes, I know. So we have one here, one, and the third one here into my pocket. And we still have 3 little peas. I did it again, slowly, in slow motion. I put 1 pea into the cup. I put a second one into the cup. And I'm going to put the third one into my pocket. And we still have 3 peas. I can do it all the night long. 2, and the second one, oops, and the last one here into my pocket. And then we still have 3 peas. 1 here, 2, and the last one into my pocket. And we still have absolutely nothing. Thank you, people.
Merci, merci, cher ami, merci, merci beaucoup. Very, very well done. Thank you so much, Arthur. I now want to take you from France all the way over to California. This gentleman also happens to be one of our envoys, but he's the envoy for California. He is, you know what, just watch him. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Heron as Faust. Well, thank you so much, Chris Heron as Faust. That was yeah, absolutely loved it. Before we go on to our next performer, I've had a chance to have a very swift look in the gallery, and it would be very remiss of me not to very quickly acknowledge a couple of people. One is a wonderful member of our assembly and well known to a lot of magicians, and that's a dear lady called Harriet Jacobson. She happens to be sitting today with another lady that I admire greatly and had the pleasure of having dinner with at the castle some time ago, and that is Gay Blackstone. So welcome, and it's wonderful to have you both here. I'm sure there's a lot of people here that I should acknowledge, but we don't want to destroy the rhythm of the show. So let's go to, fairly swiftly, to our next performer who was lurking in just outside the Batcave with bits of glass and things. Ladies and gentlemen, from the United States, Charles Magicien.
Thank you for the introduction, Mr. Anthony, and it is an honor to be a part of the Gala show. Thank you.
Well, that was Charles Magicien. Before we run to another corner of the mansion, in fact, I just want to very quickly run around in gallery. I mean, really quickly, so many wonderful people here that I know. Dear Gunnar from Iceland, a member of our assembly, Jean and Betty Protus, also from our assembly in Texas, PJ from Texas, Andrew Sherrod, oh, Donna Horn. I love this lady. She makes great cakes. Drew and Donna. Well, there's a picture of her on one of the issues of MUM, would you believe, actually holding a cake. And she made one for Tom Gentile's birthday, too. Kip Sherry. Oh, gosh, I'm going to miss out so many people. Oh, Mr. Stark, great to have you here, sir. Or Sarip from Portugal, another one of our members, the assembly members. Yeah, you see, you don't have to be an American. You can join the assembly. Or Charles Magicien is here. You'll see him in the meet and greet. Mr. Joe M. Turner, former president of the IBM, who is a member of our assembly, Russell Almond, Karina Fenton, of course, member of our assembly, and of course, my good pal, CEO of Aber News. And that's Mr. Tim Wise, who is our assistant VP on the assembly. Okay, let's get back to the next track. In fact, it comes to us also from the United States, but a really nice part of the United States, not too far away from where they make Jack Daniels, which, just by sheer coincidence, happens to be something I like. Pure coincidence, you understand. He is a member of our assembly, as I told you, all the casters, and we found him, of course, sartorially elegant in one of the more elegant rooms of the Lagrange mansion. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jeffrey Day.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you, Jeffrey Day. Wonderful, wonderful. Our next performer is from South Africa and also our Assembly Envoy for South Africa, Mr. Alexander May.
Well, thank you very much. And thank you, Anthony, for that wonderful introduction. It really is an honor for me to be here this evening in this gala show, even more so because I can join you all the way from the southern tip of Africa here in my home of Cape Town. Now, I would have liked to show you Table Mountain, but of course it's quite late at night over here, so we'd only see darkness. But I can show you a magic trick, which I think is just as good. Now, we're going to start off with a little game of perception before we get to the magic. All you have to do is keep your eye on this little red ball. I'll show you everything empty. The little red ball goes into my fist, and you have to tell me what I just put into my hand. Now, obviously, most people are going to say, Alex, I just saw you put the red ball in your hand. And for the most part, you would be correct. Of course, I'm a magician. So I do a bit of deception. And in fact, I never put a little red ball in my hand. It was a Rubik's Cube all along. Now, of course, when I was a kid, I tried solving Rubik's Cubes for hours and hours. I don't know about you guys. I could never get it. Until recently, I learned that most Rubik's Cubes could be solved in 5 moves or less. Actually, I'll try it. I'm not sure if I can remember the algorithm, but let me try. 5 moves or less should be able to solve, so I think it's this way. And then that should go this way. This part goes this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and 5. And it should be solved. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Actually, you know what? I'm a magician. I'm going to take the easy way up. We'll just blow on it, and it should solve itself pretty fast and quick. Always take the easy way out when you're a magician. That's the best way to do it, I promise you. Now, of course, most magicians never give away their secrets. They'll never tell you how the tricks work. But I decided tonight I'm going to teach the audience something. Just to say thank you for joining us, I'll teach you. Now, this is a really cool trick, and you can show this to your friends and family at home. All you need for this one is an empty left hand, an empty right hand, and a piece of silk. A hanky or anything will do. Any color will work as long as it's red. That's very important. Now here's what you're going to do. You're going to take the red silk and you're going to put it into your fist like this. And lo and behold, from the bottom, it starts to look like the red one is changing color to white. Put in some of the red, pull out some of the white. There we go. Pull out some of the white. And then place the rest of the red one into your fist and show that the red hanky, the red silk, has just changed color from red to white. Now, when other magicians perform this, they'll never show you this and empty. And I'm no different. But this is the gala show, so I tell you what, just for you guys, I'll show you this and empty as well. Now, I'm going to teach this to you. It's really cool. When you go and show this to your friends and family, they'll be amazed by this, alright? So all you need to do is you take your white hanky this time, your white silk, and you put it into your fist over here. And from the bottom, it looks like the silk, the white one is changing to red. Now, of course, you can't do real magic, right? So we need 2 of these. You knew that. You knew that. We need 2 of these. Now, you're going to do some, so this you're going to do in the kitchen and the bathroom, some preparation when no one sees you. You're going to take the white silk and you're going to put it into your fist, into a small little ball, as small as you can. As small as you can. Now, you come out with the red one and you tell them you're going to show them a really cool trick with a red hanky. Now, before you get started, always remember to show this hand empty. Otherwise, they think before the trick starts even, there's something in this hand. So always show this hand empty, right? Or show that empty. Now, you come out with your red hanky and you tell them, you'll show them a pretty cool magic trick. So the red silk goes into your fist, and from the bottom, it turns white. Put in some more of the red silk, pull out a bit more of the white one, a bit more of the red inside. And now, you place the rest of the red one into a small ball and you show that the red one has just changed to white. Now, obviously, when you're going to go and show this to your friends and family, some of the times they're going to be like, you know what, you just got the red one hidden in this hand. So when they do tell you that, all you do is you blow on this and the red one will vanish and you're left with just the white hanky. You can go and show that to your friends and family. They'll be amazed. Oh, excuse me for 1 second. I felt the whole time, I think there's something stuck in my shoe. If you just give me 1 second. Excuse me. Oh. That's where I left it. In my shoe all along. my donut stack for the evening. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to the Society of American Magicians International Assembly for this incredible opportunity. I had a great time. I hope you did as well. And with that, back to Anthony. Enjoy the rest of the evening with this great cast. Thank you very much.
A strange place to store a donut, but hey, you know, magicians are weird people. I should know. Well, our next performer, as I say, I'm going to keep the introductions fairly brief. We can talk a lot. He guested on my show, The Darkstone Dossiers. He was recently on Chris Herron's show as well, and he's all over the place. And he's a wonderful gentleman. He is also our Assembly PR and press officer. He was one of the competitors in Korea at FISM. Imagine it's the Olympics of magic. Well, anyway, he was there in Korea as a competitor. And, well, he's from my favorite part of the world, just down the road from where they make Jack Daniels, Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, Alan Fisher.
Thank you so very much, Anthony. It's a great pleasure to be a part of the International Assembly Gala show this evening. And I'd like to tell you all a little story. Ever since the dawn of time, man has sought the thrill that one can only get from games of chance or luck or skill. In days gone by, a tavern game was played by one and all that did not need a glove, a stick, or net, or even ball. Back then, there was no middle class, just lower and elite, with both remaining in their place. No, never did they meet. The lower class worked in the mills, they gambled, drank, and swore. The upper class, as it turns out, did all of that and more. While making pipes, the lower class began to fool around with extra pieces that they had, and soon a game was found. A game of skill, not luck or chance, that challenged you to be the fastest one at catching this and snapping, as you'll see. These little things were common then. They used them on a scale to figure out an object's weight and make an honest sale. But in this game, you took the weight and dropped it in the tube and tried to catch it underneath, or else you would a rube. To make it that much harder still, they added one more twist. You had to snap before the catch. That's when most people missed. The game caught on with everyone, not just the lower class. When the uppers played, their tubes were nice. Their weights were brass. They played it in their parlors and wagered just the same as did the lowers in the bars where they did play the game. But soon, a person figured out a way that you could cheat. Pretend to drop, snap, fake the catch. The con was oh so sweet. That's when they drilled into the tubes these holes. And as you'll see, that made it quite impossible to fake a victory. In every pub, in every town, they played this snapping game. And for that very reason is why Snapper was its name. All tried but failed to master it, sophisticate to hick, until a stranger came along who knew a little trick. He learned how to manipulate the speed at which things moved by using magic. But of course that never could be proved. Legend says that in his right-hand pocket he'd conceal a picture of a wizard's watch that made the magic real. It looked like any other watch a man might carry there, except all the hands were missing, so the watch's face was bare. The magic that the watch possessed was of a special kind. It let him cheat at Snapper. He could rob the suckers blind. 3 circles counterclockwise was all he had to do. The spell was cast, the watch went back, because its job was through. For those observing in the room, why, time never skipped a beat. Inside the tube, however, there occurred a wondrous feat. Time did slow down, so slow in fact, as you can plainly see, the man could snap a dozen times or more quite easily. So he would boast he could out-snap the fastest in the town. Fellas, place your bets, he'd cry, and lay your money down. Of course he'd win, and as they gathered up what he was owed, from in his pocket he'd retrieve that picture he had stowed. 3 circles round the other way, the spell would be removed. The weight would act just as before. Deceit could not be proved. He'd then leave town a happy man, content to be so rich. For years they tried to beat his score, that lucky son of a gun. Now history has long forgot who played those snapping games. We'll never know who won or lost. We'll never know their names. Except the wily wizard who lives on within this rhyme, the legend of the man known simply as Professor Time. Thank you so much. Oh. But now, dear friends, my time is up. I hope I've entertained by showing you this magic game, but it will not be explained. No, for in days gone by, as in days to come, when wizards weave a spell, a vow is made, ne'er be betrayed, magicians never tell.
Well, thank you, Alan. That was really, yeah, absolutely. I had a quick look in the gallery, and I think there was a lot of people smiling and doing that. Well, our penultimate act comes from, I got a lot of favorite places, and there's Texas. We got a lot of Texas friends here, I know. And I know other members of our assembly and elsewhere, some regulars have shown up, Jay Atkins. I'm trying to see, who all else. But anyway, I can't acknowledge James Jones, can't acknowledge everybody. Oh, and one gentleman, Anthony also Lagada from the Philippines, who's joined our International Assembly a couple of weeks ago. He's a recent member of the SAM and indeed our International Assembly. So thank you for staying up very early in the morning, waking up early in the morning. Okay, penultimate act from Texas. And contrary to popular belief, some of you would know this, some of you wouldn't. The capital of Texas is Austin, which is a great coincidence, don't you think? Because it happens to be the name of our next performer from Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, Austin Moody.
Thank you, Anthony. As you said, my name is Austin Moody, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you very much, Anthony. Back to you.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, Austin. That was great. And for those of you who know about the Darkstone dossiers and our regular attendees, I got a little surprise for you coming up on the 5th of September. We have, and you've met him before, Mr. Rod Chow, who is the president-elect of the Society of American Magicians, and indeed Austin Moody. They're both going to guest on the Darkstone dossiers on the 5th of September. And what are they going to be talking about? They're going to be talking about their mentor. Who might that be? You'll have to tune in to find out. I can assure you he's here watching. He happens to be a good buddy of mine, actually, for many years, but he's a common denominator, mentor, if you like. Anyway, more details on that in all the usual places that you know of. Now, sadly, I have to come to the end of this show. I was having so much fun. I was just hoping it would go on. But I'm also glad because this lady, oh, wow, what can I say? You know what? When she's done, give her a nice round of applause. And of course, come and join all the cast when I bring them into the meet and greet section and we can chat and we'll open up the chat room and we've got all kinds of news and fun stuff. But so bear that in mind after she's finished her act and I do my little thank yous to everybody. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, Meadow Perry.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Hasn't our president of the SAM International Assembly been doing a wonderful job hosting? Give him a big round of applause. You've been doing fabulous. But as the man said, my name is Meadow Perry, and I've developed a few very odd skills. Beautiful, but odd. I'm a bubble magician. Now, most magicians start with playing cards, but I didn't. I started with bubbles. So I've had a lot of time to really reflect on how I believe magic should be seen. Now, Anthony, I was wondering, since you've done a wonderful job hosting, if you could help me select somebody from our audience to help me with this.
Absolutely. In fact, would you mind if they're friends of mine?
Oh, absolutely.
That'd be okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I think I would ask, I've been their house guest and I've known them for years in Houston. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see if we can bring up, or my tech guys, could you please bring up somewhere, Jean and Betty Protus, please.
Perfect. Hello, Jean and Betty. Like I said, most magicians start with cards, so I'm going to try my hand at that. So Jean and Betty, where are you tuning in from today?
Houston.
You're from Houston. Wonderful. I guess we have a lot of people from Texas today. That's awesome. I have never been to Texas myself, but it's a little hard to have you select a card since you're all the way in Texas and I'm all the way in Philadelphia. So I'm going to have you pick a card. Now, I guess we should let ladies do the honor. So Betty, would you mind helping me with this?
No, my pleasure.
Perfect. Okay. So Betty, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fan through these cards, and your job is just to tell me when to stop. Okay? Think you can handle that?
I can do it.
Okay. Here we go.
Stop.
Okay. Would you like to go there, or would you like to go one more?
One more.
One more. Okay. All right. Now, Betty, I'm going to show you the card that's in the middle here. Don't say it out loud. Just commit it to memory, okay? All right.
Okay.
I'm not going to look. Okay, you got it?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Now, Betty, we're going to put you, Betty and Jean, we're going to put you both back in the audience and from the gallery, but your job's not done. We're going to leave you unmuted, but the rest of your job is to just reflect on that card. And in a moment, so will I. Now, Betty, for the first time, what was your card?
4 of clubs.
The 4 of clubs. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Betty, for helping me with that. Give Betty a big round of applause. So isn't that really beautiful? It's one of my favorite pieces to perform, and I call it the bubble wall. Thank you so much. I'm Meadow Perry, the Bubble Magician. It's been a pleasure and a delight.
Wow. You know, I always say wow, but this time, yeah, wow. Any words that I can say would really be superfluous. You saw what you saw. What can I say? Thank you. Thank you so much, Meadow. Very, very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, before we shoot over to the meet and greet, I want to extend a thank you to Brett Saul, who has always been a wonderful, I call it riding shotgun, taking care of stuff in front of house and the back, doing a great job. The headmaster, principal, dean, call him what you will, of the Academy of Illusions, my old buddy for, oh God, more years than we either of us care to remember, J. Scott Berry, who prepared some wonderful videos and graphics. And I have to say, he and I talked and we found different things, and he put that little bit together for dear Tony Jr. And I also want to acknowledge Mark Williams, my Vegas pal, who helps me out with a lot of graphics. The show will go over to Vegas. It will get edited. It'll have tops and tails, and it'll look good. And I'll let you know in due course, about 5 days to a week, where you can see it. Okay, so if you want to watch yourself in it or watch this all again, and why wouldn't you want to watch this all over again? That I will let you know. So I hope I haven't left anybody out. And my thanks, obviously, to your good selves for attending. We've had a blast in the Lagrange mansion, and I'm delighted that the Cape Crusader himself kicked in and opened our show. In no particular order, I would just like you, if you wish, can unmute your mics before we go to meet and greet, and we can chat there to the cast. But let me just do a curtain call and bring everybody up, because I like to treat these Zoom things like real life. So there you go. So everybody has some fun with it. So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully in performing order, should I say this and softly so we don't get into trouble with DC? The Cape Crusader, Joel Batman Zaritsky.
Hey.
And now we found the villain and we unmasked him, the Wiz, Paul Abbey. There you go, Paul. Yeah. The wonderful John O'Riordan. Let's pull up, John. There you
Bravo,
go.
John.
Exactly. And from Canada, talk show host and all sorts of other things, book writer, author, everything, Dr. Michael Likey.
Woo, woo, woo.
And from Vegas, who does not want to reveal his true identity. Some of you know who he is. Mind Week.
Yeah.
Where's he gone? Are we pulling him up? I thought I saw him here somewhere. Is he here? No. Yeah. What happened to him? All right, Mind Week. I saw him. He stayed in costume and everything. And of course, from France, Monsieur Tivoli.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Woo.
Thank you.
And from California, Chris Herron as Faust. Also another amazing talk show host and all kinds of other wonderful things, as you've seen. Who else? Charles Magicien, if he's still here. He may be. He may have had to disappear. Oh, Mind Week is here. We pulled him up. Great. There he is. Yeah, he got out of his handcuffs and put them around his neck. He's here. Okay. There he is. Charles Magicien. Bravo. Yeah. From also in the United States, Jeffrey Day. I'm sure he's still around somewhere. Oh, there he is. Yes. Okay. We've spotlighted him. Jeffrey Day. Alexander May from South Africa. Yep. Austin Moody from Texas. I keep saying Texas because you know what? It's my old stomping ground, as many of my pals watching will tell you. Wait, where is he? Austin Moody. I know you're here somewhere. Our wonderful Alan Fisher, who is our press and PR officer, and a funny man. And I can tell you stories about him you would not believe. And of course, look, what do I need to say? Unmute your mics, get your hands working. Ladies and gentlemen, Meadow Perry.
Bravo.
Oh, bravo, bravo, brava, brava, brava. Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow, 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 wow. Great. Oh, wow. Thank you to the wonderful cast. And I can tell you folks, in case you're wondering, and you lay people, you know that heart she was holding? It was all done with love. Every one of us devotes time. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Meadow. Every one of us devotes time, effort, energy, and nobody's getting paid. Nobody gets paid for anything. We just do it for the love of it. And we all hope, and I'm sure my cast will join me in saying this, we all hope that you had a great time and for an hour and a bit, just kind of help you forget some of the stuff outside your window that's going on in the world. So yeah, that's why we do it and what it's about. And thank you to all the friends and family of Tony Jr. who showed up. As I said, we wouldn't want to do this without paying a small tribute to him. So let's end on an upbeat note and open up the chat and mics for anybody who wants to jump in and talk with the cast. Not Meadow, sorry. Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks about him once said, I'm not going to say anything, Alan. Okay. Yeah. So no, really
So
is.
Mel Brooks once said about Alan Fisher, who?
I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to do that gag. Well, I fed you the line. I fed you the line. There you go. There
And
you go.
Marcel said about him.
Well, speaking of Marcel Marceau, well, of course, he was applauding, of course, when Chris Herron was on, because, I just love, I love everybody, but I just love Chris. When we had a birthday bash, which Jay Scott Berry put together, which was really great. It was really surprised. He got me on a Zoom chat, and then I showed up, and then all these other people turned up, and it was a hell of a surprise, and they were all wishing me happy birthday, and Chris did his marvelous act, and I immediately went to him and went, listen, I don't care what you're doing, but whatever it is, forget it. I want you on this show on this day. And he went, yeah, okay. Like everybody else, really out of love and passion. And it was just great. Well, we got the whiz back up on the screen for briefly. There he is. Yeah. It's Paul, my good buddy, Paul Abbey. Yeah, great. Great. Austin Moody. Yeah, well, anybody. So chat and whoever, and let's look for Joel, who happens to be, incidentally, the dean of our assembly. He used to be president, but he handed the baton over.
Big Dr. Zarisky left.
Oh, here he
However,
is.
let's activate the mics for everybody. Back computer, activate unmuting feature.
And as the president of the Texas Association of Magicians, I would like to just remind you, this weekend, Labor Day weekend, we are having TAOM in Austin, Texas.
Absolutely.
And if you can't make it in person, we have a virtual option too. So go check it out at TAOM2021.com.
TAOM is a blast. Go to it if you can. Honestly, am I plugging it? Yes, I am. Oh, it's Harriet's come up. Wonderful to see you, Harriet. That's great. And Gay. Oh my gosh, Gay, how long has it been since we had dinner at the castle?
It has been far too long. Absolutely far too long.
Far too long.
Well, and everyone should know that the castle has reopened. I was about to say, I hope all of our SAM members and assembly members know that the Magic Castle has reopened. And for anyone who perhaps due to the pandemic and things did not pay their membership in 2000 or whatever, we have an amnesty program going now, so they can rejoin without having to pay the back dues, just pay the current dues. And
thank you.
It's very good, and we are going to be better than ever.
Well, thank you so much, Gay. That's fantastic. And you're right, it's been far too long. I should head out there, and we should all get together and have dinner, and obviously with Harriet, because I'm going to do a plug. Harriet and Gay have a jewelry company called BJW, And I've seen their stuff live, honestly. Harriet will tell you all about it.
BJW
Oh, I
as
didn't get it
Robbie
right.
Wilmarth,
Right.
Magical Jewelers. So Blackstone, Jacobson, and Wilmarth.
Well,
Magical Jewelers.
And we have so many fun things for both men as well as for women. And it's just jewelry you wear, and then most of it does something very magical.
And we have the Magician's M rings that I know a lot of the guys and gals out there are looking for. So.
And in sterling silver, we're very reasonable. We all live in one world.
Hey, Gabe, before you go, this is Kip Sherry. Any teasers at all? Can you tell us what's happening with Masters of Illusions?
Yes, we have shot season 8 for the CW, and we are in the process of finishing. We did 18 episodes this year.
Whoa.
So we're in the process of finishing the editing on that. I believe they've decided to change and make us a winter show. Instead of a summer show, we're going to be a winter show. So we're going to have that. Plus, there is going to be a Christmas special that will be on in, needless to say, in December, which will be international magic from around the world. Wow. So I hope to have it finished in just a few more weeks. So things are happening. The Masters of Illusion tour is going out in September. So the world is starting to move again. It's fabulous.
Yeah, Chris Herron says, wonderful. Looking forward to Masters of Illusion. And dear Meadow, I just love that lady's work. I will definitely be checking out the magic jewelry. She goes, what a fabulous Zoom audience. Thank you for coming. Chris says, thank you. That's from J. Scott Berry. And I've just been informed by my clever tech people that Mr. Tom Gentile is in the room. Tom, are you around, sir?
Hi.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, Tom, as for the three of you who don't know, is the most illustrious, the president of the whole of the Society of American Magicians. So there he is. Nice to see you, Tom.
Yeah, great afternoon. Unbelievable talent. I don't know how you top each show every time.
It was a great show.
Thank you. Pursuit of elegance, Tom.
Yes.
That's my motto. Tim Wise.
Thank you, brother. How are you? I'm here with Darren Race. If everybody knows Darren from Las Vegas. Great show, everyone. First class. Everybody that performed today, very nice. Meadow, nice rounding it out at the end. Really beautiful. Never saw that bubble wall before. How much fun is that, huh? Awesome. And Darren said, why do you even need to do the card trick? You know, because the magic with the bubbles is pretty good, right?
Yes, Meadow was not on my radar until today. So she will
How
now
about
be
that?
on my radar. Yes.
Absolutely, Gabe. And way to go, everybody.
Great to see you, brother. Great to see you, and great to see you. You've got some company there with you. Yes. Who's that? Oh, well, of course, absolutely. Dan, yes, our chairman of the life memberships of the SAM. Dan, please.
Great show today. And I'd like to have everybody check out the SAM Facebook page tomorrow. We'll be announcing our newest life member, who is 79 years young.
Absolutely, you can, sir. Go ahead.
Anthony, good to see everyone here. Todd Harris from the Magic Attic in Northport. And I just could not believe how many wonderful acts there were, particularly Meadow Perry. Never saw anything like that, just seconding what was said.
You know, some really, really wonderful, wonderful people. I mean, you know, after Kevin James appeared in the Gala show, my gosh, he got booked in 2 places. Gay gets the gag. Gay gets the gag. Oh, but seriously, he was on one of the Gala shows, and what a lovely man. And I spoke to him, and he said, "Yeah, sure." And I said, "Kevin, listen, your status, whatever, and there's no money in it." He went, "So it's okay." That was it. So he joined the SAN, joined our assembly, and just popped into a Christmas scholarship. Oh, PJ!
So good to see everybody here. What a fabulous show. Your gala is something I look forward to with bated breath every time. It's always better and better than the one before.
I would like to kind of formally and informally do it and ask everybody to join me in a round of applause for a wonderful gentleman that I was talking to just yesterday. I'm delighted, honored, blessed to be on the faculty with him as a professor emeritus of the Academy of Illusions. please, 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 I don't know what you're doing. Give a nice round of applause and blow kisses or whatever to Mr. Bob Fitch.
Standing ovation. Yes.
Oh my God. Oh, Anthony, you're taking my breath away. It's like getting hit with a fist. My God. Oh. I don't know how to react except say thank you and for inviting me. This is a great show. I just had the greatest time. And
Wow,
you only
thank
saw
you.
a little piece of everybody, and you want to see a lot more of everybody. But it was
Wow,
it was
thank you.
really wonderful, and I thank you.
Anthony, we had a question that somebody sent to me in chat. Is for Gay.
Yes.
They want to know if Masters of Illusion is going to be coming to the UK on TV or touring the UK at all.
We unfortunately right now things are such that we can leave and go to Canada, which we're doing. It takes vaccinations as well as passports. We'd love to go to the UK, but that's not available yet. Sony will have it on television, and I believe in the UK, I think it'll be on 5, but I'm not positive. But Sony has already bought season 8 before they've even seen it. Thank you. Anyway, so they bought it, and it will be on in the UK.
When maybe Anthony can.
Yeah, when I know a little more about what their schedule is, I'll try to get to Anthony and let him post it also.
You know what I'm thinking? It's just running through my head here. That we should, touch base, talk a little bit, and then bring you on as a guest on the talk show, the Darkstone Dossiers, and you can actually talk a little bit more about all of this. But
I'd love to. It'd be terrific.
And who all else is here? Oh, Martin Duffy. Yes, I have to acknowledge what he said. Let me just read it, please. Anthony, thank you so much for directing this amazing online show. The best I have seen. This is from Martin Duffy. A tribute from passionate magicians to the most passionate TJ. I'm so happy. Thank you, Martin, for those lovely words. And
thank you, Anthony, and to each of the performers. It was an amazing show, each and every one. And thank you so much for putting this on for everybody for free as well. It's absolutely fantastic, and it's a shame that Tony couldn't be here, but it's much appreciated. Thank you, everybody.
Somebody else from the UK. Thank you all for a wonderful show. Kevin Peel. It's late here in the UK, so good night from me. Yes, Ron, please.
Hi.
Yes.
I just want to echo what everyone else is saying. It was an incredible show. Amazing. You did a wonderful job producing it and getting all this fabulous talent on. The production was flawless, like the scene to scene. So Brett So, J. Scott Berry, you did excellent. Joe Zawinski, of course. Yes, and Batman, of course. We could not do this show without Batman opening it. So that was so wonderful. And Batwoman.
Thank you, Rod. Who's it? Oh, Victoria Elizabeth. Well, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the show. Some great acts today. Thank you to Anthony Darkstone for comparing the show. Thank you to all the entertainers today. A great show. Well, thank you. Robin Byers says, thank you, everyone. Lou Johnson. Thanks, Anthony. Another gentleman says, Glenn Bailey. Aloha from Honolulu, Hawaii. Assembly 89. The Jimmy Yoshida Assembly. Oh, absolutely. Christie's granddad. Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. Jimmy Yoshida. Oh my God. Yeah, absolutely. Whoa. Yeah. You know what? I just want to jump in here and get my good buddy up here to tell you about something that he's kind of put together. And as I hinted earlier, Bob and myself, Professor Emeritus, we've got Romany, we've got Arthur Tivoli as a professor. But you know what? Hey, Jay, you still around someplace, brother?
I'm right here. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. Thank you. And thank you. For
I'm right here. No worries.
Yeah, go for it. Explain people what on earth the Academy of Illusions is all about and what's going on.
Thank you, Anthony. Look, I just want to echo everyone's sentiment. Fantastic show. Bravo. Thank you to everyone who showed up to attend. As we know, there's no show without an audience. Great to see you, Gay, Rod, all of you. Thank you so much. The Academy of Illusions. This is a brand new idea. It's launching officially on September 1st. So just in a few days, and we'll run live stream shows pretty much all day long, interviews, talks, description, previews on Wednesday throughout the day. We'll run them to the Facebook page. I'll go ahead and put quickly so everyone can see the website is up, the first stage of the website. And that's sort of the main center, but really we're working on it as a Facebook page stream. So all of the Muggle friendly, please check out the Academy of Illusions Facebook page. So I've just put both of those on the chat. All the Muggle friendly programs will go directly to that page. All the Magi only ones where we're talking secrets and topics. Hopefully we'll get Bob on. Bob, I'm already thinking about Topic Talk as one of our, that's a working title, as one of our regular programs where we bring myself, yourself, bring Michael Lamar, bring others on who are just masters of the topic. So all of that's happening, and we'll do that, of course, to the Art of Wonder group. So that's the Art of Wonder, and that's a private group because we're trying to, of course, separate. And I'll actually put that as well. And if you're a magician and you want to know about that, and look, it's a brand new idea. It's based around. There's the Art of Wonder group. So I'll check on that afterwards. So and as you say, we've got together collectively over 400 years of professional experience in the 12 professors who are on this.
Quick shout out to Scott DeJong from Canada, who thank you for your energy and enthusiasm, Anthony. Wonderful show and community. Yes, sir. Oh, Matthew King. Wow. Yeah, he's our newest member of the Assembly shortly. And he says, thank you, Anthony. We don't have an assembly in San Diego. I'm very excited to be part of the International Assembly. That was an unforgettable first impression. Well, thank you so much on behalf of me and everybody. But I want to jump real quick over to the gentleman who you saw as the Wiz. Hey, Paul, buddy, are you around?
Hey, how you doing?
There you go.
All right. Yeah, I managed to sneak out and get all my makeup off, so I don't know if you recognize me still. I just wanted to say something here because there's a lot of people here that have joined tonight from my part of the world over in the UK, and just want them to be welcome. And just want to mention to anybody new on here how welcoming the SAM has been, particularly to me. My brother Anthony Darkstone Brook here invited me in. It's been absolutely fantastic. It's been a real blast. And tonight has been really, really wonderful. I just can't believe all the people that I've worked with, and in such an illustrious company with Gabe Blackstone. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. And I just wanted to also say, I don't know if you all realised this, but I just want to say thanks to J. Scott Berry as well, because you probably don't realise I actually used his music on my set tonight as well, and he's a really, really cool music writer.
Well, thank you, Paul. Great to see and hear you, brother, and a great job as the Wiz. And of course, Michael did a great job. Dr. Michael Leakey from Canada, with his good, welcome to my castle. So suddenly we kind of went from the mansion to the castle. You around there, Michael, somewhere?
I'm here. Thank you for that, Anthony, and thank you for an amazing production, everybody, both, if you'll pardon the pun, behind the screen and in front of the screen. I was just honored to be a part of this. Thank you.
Oh, Mind Week.
Haha, yeah. Well, actually,
I just wanted to congratulate all of my cast members on a fantastic show. It was probably one of the best that I've seen. I have to tell you, this has been one of the best that I've seen. And always remember, I am the Mind Week, and you're not. Forget about
it. Mark is a dear friend. We always hang out in Vegas. And in fact, I gave him this terrible job to do when Jeff and Abby invited me onto the Wonderground. How long ago was that? 2 years, 3 years? I can't remember. Anyway, I did a thing at the Wonderground. Dear Mark was there trying to film and get the music right. And he's just a lovely man. Again,
Anthony, I jump in.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Thank you for running this show. It's been absolutely amazing.
Oh,
I've really enjoyed it. And the more and more I see these shows, the more I want to be a magician. But I said in the chat box there, I'm just a humble hypnotist.
Michael Kelly, thank you, Anthony, and all the performers. And the best Gala show. I was blown away. That's the idea, buddy. Tori Elizabeth, who kindly also says, Nice cups and balls routine from Dr. Likey. Thank you.
Oh,
Nice to see Mark Williams. Used to chat on the Magic Bunny. I know about the Magic Bunny. Mark and I often talk about it on Sundays.
I just want to mention something, Tyler. I adored your act. I think it was absolutely fabulous. So did Betty. I want to, about a month ago, a friend of mine, Imad Batar from Greece, started a Facebook group, the International Bubble Entertainers.
Wow.
Are you familiar with that?
There's a lot of bubble artist pages.
Great,
So
great.
I'm probably in that group.
It was
yeah,
terrific.
I'm part of the Association of International Bubble Artists, which is a lot like SAM or IBM, but for bubble people. So.
Well, so who are we going to jump into? Oh, Alexander. Yes, Alexander. I'm not going to read what you wrote. You say it. Go ahead.
Thanks, Anthony. Sorry, everyone can hear me. Thank you very much for having me. I had a great show. And yeah, thanks, really thank you for having me. It was fantastic to be part of the cast.
Thank you, Alexander. Great stuff, man. Chris Heron, of course, says, likewise, always a pleasure. Yeah, great guy. Oh man, he's just wonderful. And Meadow says, so glad to perform with you again, Chris. Yeah, it's just great.
Well, I can't read it because it's over in the other room where I'm not at. See, I'm in my daughter's bedroom. I took it over, and she's been very kind about that. But to everybody out there, thank you for attending our show. We greatly appreciate having you in the audience. To my fellow cast members, a huge congratulations on a phenomenal job well done. And thank you, Anthony, for including me in this evening's festivities.
John O'Riordan. Yes.
Thank you.
How did I do, John? Did I get it right?
You got it right. You got it right.
Finally. Over to you, John.
Yeah. Well, what I could say is I've thoroughly enjoyed tonight, and Anthony and the team. What you've created is an opportunity for me to meet people across the world, and I think that's wonderful. And to have friends in magic, especially through difficult times as we have, I just feel honoured to perform tonight, and thank you very much indeed. Really appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you, John, and thank you for everything that you've done, and not just being in the cast. I mean, it was wonderful to welcome you to the SAM and indeed the assembly as well. And I hope
Anthony, can I jump in? Anthony?
Sure, go ahead, Jay.
Yes.
Please
Look,
do.
Anthony is not going to mention this, so I will. Of course, he's one of one of the professor emerituses. Oh, that's a good word, of the Academy of Illusions, but he's also one of our top stars. And there are 3 programs. We're doing the very first Darkstone Dossiers miniseries coming up the first 3 Sundays of September, leading up to a gala show. He will be interviewing and talking with, as he mentioned before, Rod Chow and Austin Moody, and then some of the others as it goes on. We have a number of other projects in the work. We've got the Mystic Cabaret that's starting up in October. We've got the Esoteric miniseries that also includes Anthony. So as a dear friend and longtime colleague, I just want to really thank you, Anthony, for agreeing to be a part of this, being really rock solid. We need these anchor foundation people to come in and help with this project. So it's a pleasure to have you on the ground floor of this amazing adventure.
Right. Let me jump over, in fact, to I don't know, Stephen, did you want to say something, Mr. Stephen Fowler from England?
Well, yes. Thanks for having me again, and thanks for doing the event. It's a great
Pleasure.
event, and I could say also thank you for the tribute to Tony Jr. I met him in a few of the conventions in the UK and North England, and he's a very nice man, very generous, and very sort of trying to sort of make magic very friendly and helpful and help others. So yes, it was very nice to do a tribute to him. It's very sad news that he passed away.
Yeah, well, thank you, Stephen, for your words.
That's okay.
Meadow has just said she's got to run. I'm not surprised.
I'm actually going to go pick up another sparkly dress for another event. So
Oh, nice.
I must go.
Okay, thank you.
This was a
Thank
pleasure
you.
and such an honor. Thank you all. I will see you all very soon.
You bet. Thank you. Of course, monsieur. Of course, you must.
I would
jump
like
in.
to thank everybody from the cast, and you, Anthony, and Brett, and the amazing Jessica Berry, and all the attendees. Well, most of them are gone now, but I would like to thank you. And well, a huge thanks, a lot of kisses from South of France, and we will see you soon.
Now, Charles Magician will leave a few words with you, sir, if you wish. Would you like to
Yes,
say a
I
few
am. Can
words?
you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I
Can you
can
hear me?
now. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
great. Thank you. It has been an honor to be a part of this show, and all of the cast did a fantastic job, and you've been a great host. And this is going to be a great part of the history for the Gala shows.
Well, thank you. So listen, I think it's come to that wind-up time, and it's going to have to be a wrap. Most folks are gone. Thank you to everybody that's here.
Yeah, Anthony, if I could.
Yes, Michael, please. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd just like to say again what a great show it was. And one of the things that really came through were the personalities of all the performers. Everybody really shone. You know, the charisma was there. Anybody can practice and learn to do a trick, but to really perform, you have to let your charisma shine. And we didn't see the ball drop tonight. That was excellent from start to finish. So thank you all.
Well, no, thank you, Michael. Your words are deeply appreciated by me and indeed all the cast. And I think this has been absolute fun. Thank you all. Thank you all for sort of staying on right up till the very end. I would like to leave the end words now with PNP, past national president, Joel Zuritsky, and of course the Dean of our International Assembly, for his outstanding support for me and continued support for me in helping to put these things together, the Zoom link and working the clips and all that kind of thing. So let me leave the last words with, or the end words, that's so much nicer than last words, with the Cape Crusader himself, Lagrange Batman.
Thank you. And thanks to my brother, Anthony Darkstone. This was an absolute blast, and it was great working with the entire crew. And thank you all for being here. It's sticking through this whole show here. It was, as Anthony said, months in the making, and so much and hours go into the creation of something like this. And it's just so much fun to do. We absolutely love it. On that note, Bat Computer, end Zoom transmission.